All right, welcome to Digital Marketing 3. We continue with our series on the 7 P's of the marketing mix. Did you have any chance to go through the recorded links that were uploaded, guys? Are you aware that there are recorded links that were uploaded on Core Campus?
Yes, sir.
I'm not.
Okay.
But
All right, at least they're always going to be there, so you don't have to worry a lot. But just remember that we are done with the decisions. Now we are focusing on the 7 P's of the marketing mix. So we have already discussed product as an element of the marketing mix. We have already discussed pricing as an element of the marketing mix. And I also think that there are also slides for place as an element of the marketing mix. So that has been discussed already. So we are going to continue with lesson 73. We are going to continue with the series of the 7 P's. Remember, we've got price, we've got product, we've got promotion, we've got place, we've got people, we've got physical evidence, and we've got processes. So if I can be able to say these things off my heart, you guys should also be able to remember these things and be able to say them off your hearts. The same way you can easily tell your son, your daughter, your cousin that kiakurata. Okay? So we are going to focus on place in this lesson. So why do we say place is an element of the marketing mix, especially when we are talking about digital marketing? Because digital marketing is boundaryless. Remember, with digital marketing, sihlangana emoyeni kuphela. You know, we meet in the air, in the digital space. And the digital space is not determined by physical barriers, physical like geographical location. That's why you guys can be able to shop on Shein. You can be able to shop on Temu. You can be able to shop on Amazon, on Takealot, you know. So why then must we focus on place as an element of the marketing mix? Guys, do you think place is still relevant in digital marketing?
No, sir.
How so? Can you motivate your answer if you can?
So, sir, now we don't go to shops, but we shop online.
Mm-hmm.
Or could online be a place also?
It depends with how you understand it.
Okay.
Some
yeah,
people call it a digital space. So arguably, depending with the context.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's think about shipping. Do you think place in form of shipping matters online?
Yeah.
I've come across websites, you know, whereby I loved and I liked their stuff, and I wanted to buy those stuff. However, when I key in my physical address for my stuff to be delivered, it could not locate my street code, for example, or it could not locate the provinces because it's an American website. So at the end of the day, they were just trying to tell me that despite us as a brand being able to have digital marketing promoting this brand online on platforms, it is only accessible for people in America, or it is only accessible for people in India. The fact that you are not within these designated areas, it means that our products cannot be distributed there. Can someone be able to shop on Takealot if they are not based in South Africa?
No.
What do you think, Toby? There?
I think I have to do my research and find out. I'm not sure.
Okay, we are going to rely on Kanye on this one. Also, I have had friends who are based overseas who buy something online on Takealot, but they end up asking for my address in South Africa so that it gets delivered here. Then they ask someone to take it, and then it gets sent to their home countries. So I think I'd agree with Kanye there. So wouldn't you say then, based on Takealot being only bound to South Africa, wouldn't you say then physical place matters in digital marketing?
Yeah, it does matter.
So to some extent, it does happen. I've also seen some car brands, you love that car that you saw online for Ford. It's a beautiful Ford Ranger. But they'll tell you that this variant is not available in South Africa. This is an American variant. Haven't you come across that as well, guys?
Yes, especially Nigerian products.
So all of a sudden, because countries have got different rules and laws, maybe the Ford Ranger in America has got less carbon emissions in terms of the pollution that it has compared to South Africa, whereby it can have more carbon emissions and then it's not allowed. So that's why you see that you've got the same BMW model, but they'll tell you that this one is not allowed in Germany. It can be allowed in South Africa. So they look at its viability, whether it, remember we also spoke about pestle analysis, the political factors, environmental factors, governmental factors, they also key in here.
It's like Tesla. Do you have Tesla in South Africa?
I haven't come across one, truly speaking.
Yeah, me too. It looks like
Maybe in the near future.
it's an American brand, like an entirely American brand.
What about online dating? Do you think it's bound by physical place?
I think so.
Umjolo wasemoyeni. You
I
fall
think
in
so.
love with someone, is based in America. Would you make it work?
I wouldn't. I love cuddles.
You love what?
Cuddles.
You see, Toby, let me keep quiet. But I love your honesty.
I wouldn't, Chim. I'm being honest. Long distance relationships don't do. No, not for me.
You won't have someone to bother you a lot. You guys don't want to being touchy and stuff like that. You have a peace of mind. Tell her, Kanyile.
Hey, no peace of mind for me. And Kanye wouldn't know.
I
Oh,
wouldn't.
so
Kanye wouldn't know.
Probably you want to be bothered a lot, eh?
Not a lot, but I want you to be at whenever I need you, you must be available. Not a must as such, but I want to be in a space where if at any point I need you and you are there, I have easy access to you. Not easy, but at least, there are times where we can be together. As much as I love my space, but I would love to spend time with you, especially if I like you. So I just feel like people who do long
Yeah.
distance relationships, they're just bored. They don't like each other. I mean, like,
But the same thing could happen online. If you want me, you ring me on Teams, in America, internet is very accessible than in South Africa. Here, there's no load shedding. If you need someone to talk to, I'll just open my screen and we are able to talk.
Actually, count me out. I'm not the target market.
You love physicality.
Yebu, I'll be here.
Yes, most women always complain about that. Now I'm sure you're going to say you love cuddling. Anyway, let's go back to digital marketing. So let's focus on how products are distributed to customers. So that's all that we have been talking about here. And it would be the same thing with love, you know? How is love distributed if you met online and you come across people like Toby who are like, no, man, I want physical love. So we also have customers who are like that. You know, they want to know how the products are distributed. If you're an online brand and you are more focused in America or in Nigeria, how are we going to make sure that these products reach the customer who is in South Africa, who is in, even if it's South Africa, it doesn't mean that Take-A-Lot is reachable everywhere. Think about people in Zanini, you know, in places that are not reachable, you know, it becomes very difficult because I know that there are some areas in South Africa that are barely reachable and would call those areas remote places. However, you need to have a distribution strategy because the aim for place is to maximize reach for distribution. When you engage with customers on social media platforms or via email or digital platforms that are there, customers are always quick to say, where can I find you physically? Be it something that they saw on Facebook about cars, they'll ask, where is your car dealership located? Haven't you asked those things, guys?
Cars, not with cars, maybe with something else. Pela, with cars, we've just arrived. We can't afford. Maybe with hair
How
or clothes.
can there are so many
How?
Dr. Bears there who give you allowance to buy a car. Do you want me to teach you in Jolo as well? Do you want me to teach you in Jolo? I'm teaching you digital marketing, but I feel like I have to teach you so many things. I'm joking, Kanye. So you'd realize that you want, as much as we are always online, we live in the offline world, and we want to easily, you know, get access to the products that are being talked about online. We want to have access to them offline. That's how you realize that Take-A-Lot all of a sudden it has got pickup points. They didn't have those points before. Do you know that, guys?
So please repeat that.
Take-A-Lot has got collection points across the city.
Yes, sir.
They didn't have that before. It was either Cape Town or Johannesburg, if I remember very well. Now you have got a pickup hub in Fourways, in Kempton Park, in Midrand, in this and that. You know, it is a strategy to maximize reach of distribution, to achieve widespread availability of products, and to minimize cost of inventory and transport and storage. So nowadays, Take-A-Lot can be that fast that you order something now, tomorrow it's going to be delivered because it is already there at one of the pickup points in the city. Whereas long ago, you could be able to place an order, they wait it all the way from Cape Town, it gets delivered within 3 or 4 days at your home, and sometimes it can even take a week or 2 weeks. Am I talking about something that you can easily relate with, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I used to buy a lot in take a lot. Yeah, I used to buy. Sometimes you take, if there's something that's coming from Cape Town, take at least maybe five working days to be delivered here. But now most of the things you have got your, as much as you say you've got your distribution pickup points where they've got everything. So when you order, when it's there, and then in the next day or two, and then you get your things.
That's very true. There
Yeah.
are also some things that cannot be fully consumed online. For example, I know clothing, we talk a lot about clothing, especially we know we have got different bodies. I might be wearing size 32 and Tyson might also be wearing size 32, but it's not going to fit the same, because we've got different body shapes. With women, it also even gets worse because, some curves are extended and so forth. However, let's talk about rings, engagement rings, wedding rings. Don't you think a fitting place is necessary than just getting it online?
I think it's necessary, say, because then at
If
least
you buy the ring
if it
online just
doesn't,
like that, then it gets delivered to you. Yes, Toby was saying
no,
that.
no, rather you go to the store because then you will fit it, and then if it doesn't fit, then you can somehow just leave it there, and then they measure your finger, and then they will call you once they have your actual size. They've fixed it to your actual size. Then you go collect it. Because I
Okay.
think
But I also understand that, digital platforms are also innovating, especially with generative AI and so forth. They are becoming more intelligent. You can have like a virtual fitting room. I don't know if it could work more better, but for me, I feel like, as long as you are not touching the stuff, it doesn't feel that real and authentic. The same way Toby mentioned that she wants a physical cuddle, you know. Even if someone is blowing kisses at you, as long as there are no lips on your lips, it can be debated that one. Even though some people they can say they are enjoying that, the virtual, reality.
can I just add something with I don't know if you guys are aware with Specsavers. So with Specsavers, they had this feature where you would like they you would I don't know how to explain it, but it would be like a camera type of thing, I think, where you choose the glasses that or the frame rather that you like, name,
Mm-hmm.
and then you upload your photo. So it's more like a camera. If you're like with our laptops, like there's this camera thingy. So then
Yeah.
and then you select the frame that you like, and then it looks as if like you're wearing those
Mm.
spectacles, and then you see how the frame suits you. But the quality was so bad that you're just not sure if it would really look good on you or not, because I just feel good that feature had a lot to be, they had to do a lot on it so that it would look more natural.
Mm.
But as you
But we
speak about
also,
AI and stuff, I think maybe they are trying to come up with something.
yeah, but we must also give credit, to these companies for doing their best. Trying by all means that they are giving you something virtually or which is technologically, compatible. But at the end of the day, customers will still want to come to the stall and fit some of these things.
I think that's what they realized as well, because now I saw that you can actually choose frames that you would like to fit. Like then they will send them to your address, and then you fit them and you choose the one you like, and then you send it back, and then yeah.
Okay. So then for retailers to reach their audience and sell, they must think not only of their websites, but think of third-party website, promote search engines, online promotions, product comparison sites. I think I mentioned that a lot under product, where we look at aggregators, things like Hippo for insurance, Price Check, Booking.com for hotels and accommodations, CF, cheap flights, for different flights. So you can utilize those as well, third-party websites. Remember, place is about findability, how I can reach you. So think about digital findability as well. if customers cannot find you on your main website, they must be able to find you on search engines. They must be able to find you on online, promotional sites and so on. I tried to find you guys one by one, just as part of my digital marketing exercise. I could not find you guys online at all, especially on LinkedIn. Where are you hiding? It doesn't mean that I was stalking you. I'm just telling you guys that it's difficult to locate you in the digital spaces there. Why?
We are there, sir. It's just that we look different, maybe.
Tyson Baba, I couldn't see you. You look different. How different?
Makeup.
Hayibo.
Hayi Khanyi, uyangiqeda shape.
How different? You mean as in having many makeup and stuff like that?
Yeah, so
I
we
want
look
to understand
professional.
now.
We look too professional. We have makeup. We have ladies. So you can't see us.
I do get what you're saying, but to just know
Hayi
that this is Kanye, she's at Boston, she's my student, not necessarily looking at your face or your physical attributes, I can't get hold of your digital presence, guys. And some brains are just like you guys. Very
I am
difficult to
there. I am there in LinkedIn. I've been there for years and years and years. Sometimes I don't even update my things there, but I updated them recently.
Okay. No, I don't. Guys, don't see me as someone who is stalking you. Sometimes, yeah, I just need to have an idea of who I'm engaging with, especially people that I've never met in face. Now I'm worried with Kanye. She has got multiple identities. Am I lying, Kanye?
Sir?
Oh, I see Toby is not here. I think it might be internet as well.
Yes, because you are also breaking on my side.
Okay, I'll switch in the next lesson because my laptop is now working. Maybe it's going to be better than the phone. So Evans and Worcester, 1999. Remember, guys, must also consider his suggestion because this was in 1999, way before TikTok, way before Facebook, way before all these other digital platforms that we are using today. But he proposed 3 aspects of navigational advantage. So if it is easy for a brand to navigate, it can maximize your reach in terms of how many people you are reaching. It can also maximize your richness in terms of the depth of your content or product. It can also maximize the affiliation. So if you go, guys, you must also try to look for yourself online. If you have got time, you just Google yourself online. Type on Google search, Tyson Mahlangu, and just see how difficult or easy it is to navigate your digital presence. And brands are also challenged to do that. As the marketing department for Coca-Cola, let's type Coca-Cola in the social media pages and see whether it's going to be easy for us to locate ourselves. Because if it is not easy for a brand to locate itself, how are customers going to locate it? Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, it does.
Then we've got syndication. We have always heard about crime syndicates, right? A syndicate is like a group of people, like a gang. I don't know how to express it, but I think you guys know what a syndicate is. Plus, you can also do the same thing called syndication. So syndication relates to place and partnerships need to be reviewed online by content owners, okay? And syndication has implications for other companies like retailers, since syndication of information from their product catalogs to third-party aggregators is important to extend their reach. So I know that even if Game or these other retailers do not have social presence, they can have what you call online catalogs, whereby you can go and download the catalogs that ShopRite has, Clicks has, Pick and Pay, like it's on one portal. So that portal can be called syndication. So where people are looking for specific sectors or specific industries, they can be able to get that product. I don't know if I'm making any sense, guys.
Making sense, sir.
Mm. So as a brand, you need to make sure that you are also part of syndications, especially accommodation. I've had many vacations whereby I don't book directly to the company website because on the syndication, it has got a better offer. You go directly to the company, they're going to charge more. So it means that you are also getting more reach, more affiliation, and more richness as a brand. So remember, the first reach is REACH, and the second reach is RICH. Then we also need to talk about payments, because some payments are also determined by place. They are determined by location. You would realize that we are buying the same thing online at the same website. But the fact that you stay in Limpopo and I stay in Johannesburg, you might end up paying more than I'm paying because of the shipping charges. Have you come across that, guys?
Yes, sir.
So the far you are, the more the price for shipping costs and so forth. So online purchase will occur through a partnership with an online secure payment provider, such as PayFast, Ozo, eCoca. What are the other payment providers that you know, guys?
TransUnion. It's not.
Yes, TransUnion. Yes. Another one. There are so many. I'm just trying to give you a sense, guys, of the payments that you can partner with online. And the fact that you mentioned that one, Tyson, at least I can see that you guys know what I'm talking about. Payments are also important to reassure customers that the payment process is secure and seamless. It's always tricky, especially online, when it comes to online. For example, Tyson, if you have got 50,000 in your account on your debit card and you want to buy a pen that is 20 rands on the website that you're not familiar with, would you risk it?
No ways. I can't.
Can you?
Sir, I'm a chance taker. I
Mm.
would. I would, sir. If I really wanted, I would.
Yeah.
No, I
Some
mean, I'm very careful when it comes to these websites. Very.
mm, maybe sometimes if you are desperate, you know that this thing is only available there, you know. But for me, I'd make sure that I've put a limit that it's only that amount that is going to go out in case I lose my 50,000, you know. I know already people are complaining about what do you call
Temu.
Temu. They say that it can make unlawful deductions to your account.
Mm.
Have you heard that, can you?
No, sir, I don't have Temu, so I use Sheen.
Mm. So those are also, you realize that people have got faith in the brand, but they do not trust the payments in order to have their products delivered to their doorsteps, because it's still about payments. Then we have got localization. We have heard people talking about this many occasions, that support local staff, support our brothers. You know, don't buy someone else, buy within the family, buy within the community. Multinational brands are also doing the same thing. They are also considering localization, because localization as a place gives a sense of belonging within the consumers, who feel as if, you know what, this is an American product. It does not recognize our values and our identity as Ndebele people, for example. So realize that companies like McDonald's, companies like KFC, these are multinational organizations, but they are localizing their products. You've got Streetwise Pub. I don't think in America there's Streetwise Pub. Where would they know pub from? What do you think, guys?
Yeah, yes. I
Hmm.
don't think
So by
it's
having Streetwise Pub, they are localizing the products to suit the people of that specific place. If it is South Africans, it means that within that place of South Africa, people love pub. So we are going to have one of our combo that is suited for EPUB, you know. Same thing with companies like Spares, or maybe there are companies that are even selling e-quota. E-quota, I feel like it's a kasi meal, you know, that a multinational organization must consider on their dishes if it's a restaurant, for example. So providing a local site with or without language specific version and additional cultural adaptations, you know. So don't just go and operate in Mpumalanga as KFC. You know, Mpumalanga people must see that you are accepting them. You know, their cultural heritage, you know, like these are the Ndebele people. If you're in KZN, you know, adapt to the culture of the Zulu people. Even your website, I've seen this with Coca-Cola. That's how you can see that there's Coca-Cola Global and there's Coca-Cola South Africa. They've got websites, you know, that use the specific language. If it's in Kenya, they would use Swahili. If it is in Botswana, they would use Tswana. You cannot just assume that because you are an international brand, everyone is going to understand in English. What about people in Spain, where English is not their native language? So a site may need to support customers from a range of countries. You know, you need to think about different product needs. For example, ipapa, you know, because hot dogs are culturally American food. You know, and not in a bad way. Some of these American things, you know, for me, one is not enough. I would get even 4 or 5. While it's, you know, an American who is used to that meal, they can have one hot dog. It's enough for them. Haven't you come across that, guys, especially in the professional world where there are functions at your workplace and abelungu, they are getting all these small pieces and you want the whole dish?
Yeah, it happens.
Guys, don't act uneasy, man. Why are you acting as if you don't eat?
Yeah, I
It
don't eat
Guys,
happens.
meat.
can you?
I don't eat meat, sir.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be meat only. Even those veggies, you can want the whole bowel.
Ah, sir.
Remember, guys, where we come from, I don't know with you guys, but speaking about the characteristics of being an African, our mothers and grandmothers had a tendency of putting things in their handbags for us to eat, especially if it's a funeral where kids are not allowed. All of a sudden, they are bringing the food that they got from the funeral. Is it so from where you come from, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still
Sometimes they would
happening.
call you. Yeah. Sometimes they would call you like, come, there's plenty food here. You know? If you haven't come across that, I feel like you're not African enough, honestly.
No, these things we see them happening all over.
Yeah, at least if someone can be on my side. So you need to think about the language differences. You need to think about the cultural adaptation. For example, if it's Heritage Day, we have seen most websites on Heritage Day, they are themed with traditional things in South Africa. Have you come across that, guys?
Come again?
I mean,
Say again.
whenever is a cultural day,
Yes.
there are companies on their website who would provide a theme on the entire website with cultural images and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen them online. Yeah, they do.
So with localization, guys, you are creating a sense of belonging that you are welcome in that place where you are serving as a brand, but people are also comfortable with you because you recognize their identity, you recognize their heritage. However, there is also another term that is not on these slides called glocalization. So it's a combination of globalization and localization. You are also bringing in things that are happening in the world to the locals. So it's called glocalization. For example, as much as Takealot would sell local stuff, it can also bring things that are trending in China that want to introduce to people in South Africa, you know? So it then becomes glocalization. That's it, guys, about lesson 73. Are there any questions?
No questions, sir.
No questions.
Okay, I hope everything made sense. All right, now we move on to